Hi YouTube, it's Lee, the crazy CNC guy, and we're here for tutorial 2, adding toolpaths to this sheet of parts. Okay, let's get into it. If you haven't watched tutorial 1 and you're wondering where I'm at, watch tutorial 1. Thank you. Video 1. Fine. Alright, let's do this. So in FreeCAD, we're in the CAM tool bench and we want to create a job. So we click job. And the solids that we want in the model are all the parts that are the component parts that we want to cut. So we'll check that box and we'll hit OK. Now you'll see that it put material based on the parts. So we want to extend out this, go to our setup. This is the tasks, getting the job, create box for stock. No, we're going to use an existing solid. And the existing solid is that 1-inch material that is in our model down here. And then I'm going to click this bottom edge point. See how it's still kind of highlighted? Maybe you can't see it, but it is highlighted, that one little point. And then I'm going to hit set origin. So now our origin is 0, 0, 0 set to that bottom corner of the material. That's an important setup. So when you go to your CNC, you want to jog wherever your head is, jog to where your tool is at that corner, and at the bottom is 0, 0, 0, and you can zero out your machine at that point. Let's go to the General tab. Nothing to change there. We'll go to here. This is for our export, and I have a custom post processor that I wrote, and I can do that with you guys in a different tutorial, but choose the post processor that works for you and your machine. Generic, FANUC, Linux, CNC, Marlin, whatever. Gerbil. Mine is this Mach 4 standard using the G54 fixture. Alright, let's see, any other thing we want to check there? No. Split output, no. Alright, we're going to tools. Let's add a tool. I added a tool called RotoZip where I'm cutting some foam. It's a anti-static foam is what this is made out of. So the RotoZip tool is the right tool for me. I don't need this 5mm end mill, so I'm going to remove that. And then I'm going to go to my horizontal speed. My machine can travel at 780 inches per minute, which is extreme for a lot of machines. If you don't have a production machine, don't even try to go there. But the horizontal cutting speed that I want to stick to is 400 inches per minute. The vertical travel speed that I want to stick to is 30 inches per minute. That's how fast Z goes down. And then 18,000 RPM on the spindle. Work plan is empty, and operation defaults is nothing is checked in here. But at this point we can hit OK. And our job is set up with our material now. And let's see, model. We can turn that model off. The stock that we're seeing right here is in our top model here. We can turn this off, and now we just can see our parts. Alright, so I have these little finger pull part cutouts here that I want to just make sure that I'm cutting at this depth and do this little thing, and then we're going to come back and cut the bottom edge, the full profile of the bottom, in order to get the full profile of the part. So, alright, I'm going to hit the home button on my keyboard. I'm going to do that flip again. It's a little weird. Shift, drag. Okay. And my 0 is up over in this corner. So I'm going to cut this one first. What we're going to do is go to Operation, Profile Operation. I'm going to click Base Geometry. I'm going to click that face right there, and I'm going to click Add. Then I'm going to click that face, Add, and so on. That's the only cut that I'm doing at that level, which is 1/2 of an inch roundabout into the material. This is 1 inch thick material. So I'm going to go to Depths. The start depth is the top of the material, and I can pick this and hit that and it'll plug it in, and then I can hit this and hit this and it'll plug it in. Remember, 0 is right at the tabletop, and this is the full step down. So if you don't change this, the bit will go down only this amount and do a bunch of cuts. I'm cutting foam, so I'm going to fly through it. I just want to negate this step down, so I'm going to tell it to go 54 millimeters. And what that does is it allows it to go as far as it needs to go, whichever comes first, this or this. And so it's going to plunge to 0.56 down and then cut. We're going to go to heights. So we're only 0.29 inches above the material, maybe even a little less. So I'm going to add to that plus 0.5, and then I need to put the inch mark in there. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 inch, 0.25. I keep doing that. And then inch. So now our safe heights are a little bit different. I want to do inside cut. We have the right tool. I want to cut the inside of this profile. Clockwise, extra offset. I always click process holes. There are no holes in here. When we process this face, or the other faces, these are considered holes, so we want to process those. I'm going to hit apply. And you see now we have a toolpath. Boom, 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 boom. And there's our actual toolpath down in there. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. And now our operation, this is a profile. And I'm going to rename this F2 finger grab profile. Okay, now let's add another profile cut, and we want to cut the biggest portions of these. I'm going to select the bottom face of all these, because then it gets this line here rather than the weird shape at the top. So let's go ahead and click Profile and Base Geometry, and I want to add let's see, this face, control click that face, that face. I'm control clicking all these faces, and I'm on the bottom side of this sheet, but I think you guys all get that. Control click. And I'm clicking in the order that I want to add these faces, because that's essentially the order I want them to cut in. And I'm going to click add. And there we go. It's added all of those faces, presumably in the order that I've clicked on them. I'm going to go to depths. I have the top, the bottom, and then I want to change this tool diameter or depth so that it's not doing step downs all the time. It's going to cut an inch deep is what that gets me. Height, again, I have to modify this. Plus 0.5 inch, and then plus 0.5, or why don't we go 2.5? This is the safe rapid down to. Okay. And then operation, we're going to cut outside. We want process holes, and we're using that roto zip. So I'm going to hit apply, and it added the toolpaths. I'm going to hit the home button, and I'm going to zoom in, and there it is. There's the toolpath all the way around, and there's a toolpath inside the little hole cutouts. I'm going to click apply, and I now have two operations in this job. I'm going to hit home. Looks pretty good. All right, so now I'm going to end this tutorial, because the next tutorial we're going to dump the G code. That'll be tutorial 3, and we'll dump the G code, and we'll do it in two different ways. One is dumping the G code just the way that the profile has been picked by the internals of FreeCAD, and then I'm going to show you a little tool that I developed that gives us better control over that. So right now we've applied toolpaths, we've added a tool, we've configured those toolpaths, and we've split them up based on the height of the depth of those tools to cut. So, all right, stay tuned. Go to the next tutorial if you want to see how to get G-code out of this thing. Take care. Please like and subscribe if this has been helpful.